Hey everyone, hey coaches. So this is Free Coaching Thursday. My name is Krista Kathleen. I'm a life and business coach and creator of this group, Build Your Life Coaching Biz. I don't know how I feel about this selfie ring light. I think we're gonna take it off. Okay, that's better. I got this for like 10 bucks off Amazon, but sometimes I don't like the glow that it leaves. Okay, so the topic we're going to talk about today, and I feel like this has come up a couple times recently for myself and for my clients and some people in this group is, do you have to have your shit together, your life in order before you can start coaching other people? And everyone might have a different answer for this. I feel like no, you don't, because if you waited for your life to be perfect and to get your shit together, you would probably never end up coaching. Hi, oh my goodness, how do I say your name? Omozua. Hopefully that's it. I know you can't respond back to me, but thank you for being here. I'm so excited to see you. Would love to hear anyone's thoughts on this topic, and please share your stories. But yeah, so there's a myth that you have to have your life in order before you can start coaching others, and I don't think that's true because we're never going to be done doing the work on ourselves. We're always going to be growing and evolving and changing, and so if we wait, then we're waiting to put our gifts into the world and to make an impact and help others, and that's not good, right? Like, we are talented people as coaches, and so we deserve to be coaching and getting out there and coaching. It's the only way we get better and how people can be healed through our work. But I do also believe that we have to take the responsibility to work through our limiting beliefs and our own stuff, our triggers, because if we don't, it will show up in our work. It will, we're going to attract. I believe that the universe will keep putting us in situations over and over again until we fully learn the lesson. So if we ourselves have money fears, then we're going to attract clients with money fears. If we ourselves have issues with commitment or time, then we're also going to attract those clients as well. Let's see. Hi, Jackie. Welcome. Stephanie, hi, welcome. Please share your thoughts and comments on this topic today. I would love to hear from you all. I feel like it gets really boring just hearing me talk all the time, so I'd love to hear from you all. Hi, Jackie. So it's our responsibility to clear our own limiting beliefs, and the way we can do that is through, obviously working with a coach. You guys probably already know I'm a huge fan of every coach should have a coach, practice being the client, and should continue to have a coach for the rest of your coaching journey. So that way you can work on your own stuff while you help yourself first, or help yourself while working on other people so you can help them as well. And just so your limiting beliefs and stuff doesn't show up in your coaching practice. I remember one time very clearly last winter, I had a woman reach out to me, and she had this, she had never coached before, and she had this big, beautiful, amazing goal of like, I want to start bringing in $10,000 a month through coaching. And my first thought was like, oh my gosh, she can't do that. And I didn't like that I felt that way. It felt like I haven't hit $10,000 a month yet. And so I felt like there was something inside of me that's like, oh, in coaching, you can't make $10,000 a month. And then here I was putting kind of like this judgment and energy into our first call of like, oh, you're not going to be able to do that. I do think like you can't just, being realistic here, I don't feel like you can like never do coaching and then all of a sudden be like, I want my first month to make $10,000. I still really don't think that's super realistic. But at the end of the time, I want to like fully believe in my clients and be excited for them and not let my own stuff stand in the way. And so I now, I had to do some more work through like, well, why can't you make $10,000 as a coach? And so now I've worked through that, like, no, that is possible. It's very possible to do that. And I want to attract clients who want to do that as well. How cool is it to say that out loud of like, I want to be making 10 grand a month as a coach. So that is one example of where my limiting beliefs showed up in a coaching session, and I don't like that. And then also just other topics too, like, really sensitive topics can come up in coaching. You're going to learn all about your client's past. You're going to be learning about, they maybe have gone through rape, or they've had miscarriages or abortions or grief or loss or divorce, or you're going to be hearing it all, right? That's with coaching, you're building that intimacy and that trust, and they're opening up to you and they're sharing these most vulnerable areas of their life. And if one of these topics like triggers you because you just recently went through it, or you went through it in your past and you haven't like fully healed or worked through it yet, that's going to trigger you some way, and you want to make sure that you're taking the responsibility to work through that stuff for yourself, so that way you can just really hold the space and the energy for your clients if they bring that up. Something for me, I feel like that may not be fully worked through, is my brother is gay. And so if I had a client that showed up to the call and for some reason was talking about that they hated gay people, I hope I wouldn't attract a client like that, but that could be a possibility, and they just don't believe in, what's the right word? They don't believe, like something like being gay is a punishment, or something that I just don't support. Like, I would truly hope that I could put my own emotions aside with that and be able to help the client work through that and say, you tell me more about that. What's going on with you, for you about that? And that my own stuff wouldn't get in the way. So that's something I know that I still need to work on myself, and then work on with my coaches as well, the coaches who are coaching me. Oh, good, Jackie, good, Stephanie. I'm glad that you're excited about this. I would love to hear more. Is this something that you've been worried about, Stephanie? Have you been worried about, like, oh my gosh, I feel like I don't have my life together, so does that mean that I can really coach other people? Jackie, you said totally agree. Cool. I'm glad that this is resonating. Hi, Emma, welcome. Okay, so basically you don't have to be perfect to do this work. If you waited to be perfect, you would never end up coaching. And I took some notes of when I was on a call with Katie DePaula the other day, and she was talking, and basically, like, coaching is a mirror, so we learn through teaching, right? And we're going to, what we need to learn most at the end of the day is what we're going to be teaching and coaching around. That's how we heal. And you will attract, if there's things you are going through right now, you will attract that with clients. It happens all the time. I feel like, what would I be attracting right now? Oh, this is a perfect example. So I just ran out of my personal savings that I've been living off the past 2 years, and am fully dependent on my coaching business right now to be bringing me in a full-time income, which is so exciting and amazing, but scary at the same time, right? It's something I've wanted for a long time, but also, again, very terrifying. And then that happened with 2 people in my Coaching Warrior program. Well, it happened with one of the women in the Coaching Warrior program, and then another one is getting ready to say goodbye to her full-time teaching career and is going to be doing coaching full-time and depending on that as an income. So I just thought that was so interesting that that had happened to me recently, and now 2 of the women that I'm coaching are also getting ready to depend on their coaching businesses full-time. So again, that's you. I promise you, you will see whatever is going on in your personal life, or whatever's happening in your coaching business, it's going to also show up as well. Ooh, sorry, there's lightning outside. It rains here every day in Columbia. Jackie, you said, I've been working on my own grief and loss of miscarriages, and so it's important not to project. Good. Thank you. First of all, thank you so much for sharing this on here and sharing this with us today. And I think that's, amazing that you're working through that. You're letting yourself heal through that. One of our coaches that I went through with Inner Glow Circle, Jen Hepton, she's actually a loss and grief coach, and she helps she herself had she had 2 miscarriages, one at I believe 20 weeks and then one at 39 weeks. And so she is really passionate about helping coach women through that. So if you would want to work with her, let me know. She's an incredible coach with that. But yes, I agree, Jackie, that if this is something, obviously that's a huge thing in your life that you are going to want to, really understand and work through it. And then the more that you feel empowered with that, you're going to either be able to help other women work through it or just be able to hold space for women who are going through it as well. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome. Stephanie said, yes, I do somewhat feel that way, mainly with money like we discussed this morning. Yes, Stephanie and I had an amazing coaching call this morning. But I am working through that and have already seen a difference. I think it was a fear of mine that another boutique owner would want to make a huge income from their store alone, and if I wasn't there myself, I would feel like it was impossible. All right. Well, good. I'm glad that you are already seeing a difference with that. And just so you know, we all have money fears at the end of the day. I would love to meet someone in this lifetime who doesn't have money fears, who are like, it just doesn't exist. We all have money fears, and it's not even about the money at the end of the day. It's so rooted into our survival on this earth. It's so interesting I actually love helping coach people through money fears now and money objections, because it's just really interesting where it actually roots down to and what's going on much deeper beneath the surface with that. So, and I know, Stephanie, that you're doing your money manifesting challenges right now and getting in that money positive mindset, which is amazing. That's another thing too I just want to share while we're on here is something that I've been doing myself, and getting ready to launch the second Coaching Warrior program that will be starting in July. Stephanie is going to be a member of it. Yay. I believe it's super, super important to start off each day with, exercising or yoga or meditation or journaling, or just getting in a really positive and powerful mindset, so that way when you're running your business and doing all your interactions throughout the day, you're not carrying your fear with you and you're not interjecting your fear into your business. It's just been so huge for me lately with starting the day out like that, and I've noticed that I've been attracting more clients and making more money when I take a little bit of time each day and to just talk with the universe and ask them for support, and to get in this really loving mindset for myself and for my business. And it's just so amazing. So I want to teach everyone I work with from here on out that if you can, try really hard to start and end your day with this loving, powerful mindset, and then that way it will just flow through everything else that you do. Okay, Jackie, you said, yes, I'm healing too. Would love to know more about her. I've gone through 2 as well and working on healing my heart, mind, and body. Yes, Jackie, I will connect you with Jen Hepton. She actually has a little event coming up that's, she's going to do a free healing session for Mother's Day, because I can imagine that, Mother's Day is a very challenging day of the year, because you would, this is the day that you would have been a mother, and that didn't happen. And so she is hosting a session for moms who would have been moms on that day, which I think is a really great idea. So I will connect you with her. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Amelia. Oh, we have so many great coaches on tonight. Hello. Yeah, so I would love to hear everyone's thoughts on this topic of in your own coaching practice. Have you, when did you get to that point? Obviously, every coach has to get to that point of okay, I'm not perfect. I still have shit going on, but it's okay to start coaching. I would love to hear everyone's stories of when that happened, because that had to happen at some point, because we're always working on ourselves. and we're always growing and changing and evolving, but you just get to a point where you're like, kind of like, fuck it. I wrote a blog on this, the fuck it moment, of where you just got to do it. You just got to start doing the work, and then also taking responsibility to, you know, work on your own stuff as well, because we all have fears and we all have limiting beliefs. And I don't think they ever go away, but it's just that we feel more empowered. And on days when I wake up and I'm feeling like super anxious, or I'm just feeling like I don't have my shit together, I now have my tools that I can pull from my life toolbox on what to use, that, you know, my past coaches have taught me and current coaches have taught me, and so it just makes me feel really strong to know that I have those options and that it's okay. You know, it's why am I feeling, instead of like, oh, I shouldn't feel like this. Oh, I'm getting so hot. Instead of like, I shouldn't feel like this, like, why do I feel like this? What's going on? And knowing that it's okay to ask for help and ask for support around it. And yeah. Another one of my favorite quotes is, if you're depressed, you're living too far in the past. If you're anxious, you're living too far in the future. And when you're happy, you're living in the present. So if I'm feeling really anxious, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to figure out my whole life. The minute I got out of bed this morning, that's not okay. That's not a good idea. Why do I have to figure out my entire life as soon as I jumped out of bed? That's a terrible way to start the day. And so I have to kind of like reset. I'm like, okay, Krista, let's just focus on today. Let's focus on what you can do to feel successful and powerful today. So I have to coach myself all the time. Jackie, you said, I am thankful that I do have my little girl, but grieving over 2 babies have been hard. Okay, so you have a little girl, and I have found new moms that have gone through the same struggle. I think people have underestimated me because I am so new and have become really vulnerable and started to share my journey. Oh, that's amazing. I'm really happy that you're doing that. You start to share your journey to help moms who have gone through grief or struggling with the beginning stages of motherhood and being honest about the struggles. That's really, really powerful, Jackie. And the more that you can share that story online or in person, it's, you know, you're going to really allow people to connect with you on a deeper level. And, you know, you guys can both heal together, and connection is everything at the end of the day for our coaching business. And but right, sometimes it's really hard and scary to show up like that online, but I want to encourage you to, if it feels good, to keep doing that. So that way the women who are meant to work with you will easily find you. You know, the more we raise our own vibrations, our vibe will attract our tribe. Yeah, it's not as easy. It's not as easy to share, but it's just like anything. The more you do it, the easier it does get. I remember the first time that I shared some big stuff online. It was terrifying. My finger was shaking before I posted it. And then now I just, you know, I talk about it all the time. I'm even writing a book about a lot of my crazy stuff, my crazy taboo topics that I've had in my life. And I just keep doing it over and over again. And then it's almost like you kind of become just desensitized to where you can talk about it in a way where it doesn't like bring you down all day, right? Because I remember like when I would first talk about like getting divorced and everything, like just going through all the memories I couldn't get out of bed. I'd have to go to bed after that and I would be done for the day. And now it's very easy for me to have this conversation and be like, you know what, this happened in my life. This is what I walked away with from it happening in my life. I believe it happened in my life for this reason, so I can help and guide other women who've gone through divorce and need you know, maybe coaching around that, and it doesn't destroy me anymore. It doesn't take away from my entire day, or it doesn't send me down this deep, dark, black hole. So, hi Mandy, welcome. So many good coaches on tonight. So excited that you're here. So, how's everyone feeling right now about this conversation? Does anyone have anything to add on your end about feeling like you have to have your shit together before you can start helping other people? I would I would really recommend, like, if you're working on your coaching business and you already know, like, I'm sure just watching this, you're like, oh, you have that feeling in your gut or your throat or your chest. It's that tightness. And you're like, oh, I know I need to work through this. I know that this is still like something that's holding me back or an issue. I would really recommend like getting honest with that and starting to take responsibility and work through that, because the more empowered that you feel around that topic, then you can, really help other people work through their stuff as well, and it won't get in the way of you helping other people. Stephanie said, I feel so much better about all of it now after this video. Good. Hopefully, you feel too like I don't ever want any life coach to feel like that they have to be perfect in order to start coaching, because that's an unrealistic thought at the end of the day. So, we get to own our shit, and I even encourage you to talk about your shit online. The more that you show up online powerfully, like I was talking about Jackie, the more that you can show up online from this really like vulnerable space and opening up and not being afraid of judgment, but just like, this is my story. I need to share it. I need to talk about it. Like, people are going to respect you so much and be like, oh my gosh, how can I work with her? She gets me, right? Like, if you don't share your stuff, how are people going to feel like they get, she gets me? Because that's what gets you hired, is like that trust and, oh my gosh, she understands and knows what I'm going through, or she can help me work through this. But if we're not sharing our stuff, people don't ever get to know like that side of us, and they don't get to feel that way. Jackie said, thanks for opening this topic up for a space to be honest. Very encouraging. Definitely. Good. I'm glad that it helped. That is what Free Coaching Thursday is for. Does anyone have anything else before I hop off of this video? I'm just looking through my notes that I took on our Inner Glow Circle call the other day. But while I'm here, just so you all know, next week I'm going to start advertising for the second Coaching Warrior program that starts in July. I already have 2 amazing women signed up, Kristen and Stephanie, so I have 6 spaces left, and it's for new life coaches who are ready to start finding clients and hiring clients and growing their coaching business, and they want the accountability, the motivation, the support, the tools to get your discovery calls set up, to get your coaching sessions set up to facilitate breakthroughs, figure out your coaching packages, figure out how I can help you, set up your coaching business, and any question that you have about getting your coaching business up and running and being the best coach possible. This is like a preschool or like a prep school for new coaches who would be interested in possibly getting certified later on, or going even through Inner Glow Circle. This is just a little 3-month program of where we do a group coaching call either every Monday or every Wednesday, and then you're going to also get a coaching buddy to role play and have more accountability with, because anytime we're growing a new business from scratch, we need so much fucking motivation and discipline and support, and we need to be surrounded by like-minded women, because if we're not, we're just not going to push ourselves outside our comfort zone. And then that's a huge reason like why I joined Inner Glow Circle, is like, I need a community that is like going to help push me and take me to that next level. And so that's why I created the Coaching Warrior program. So anyone watching this live or replay, if you are interested, let me know. I'm going to be releasing the early bird special next week. That's going to be good till June 18th, and it's $2.99 a month for 3 months. Also, I forgot that you get 3 one-on-one sessions with me as well. So that's built into the price. So you would get a monthly one-on-one session with me. So yeah, if that sounds amazing and exciting, put your name here or message me. I'd love to talk to you more about it. And we can get set up on a discovery call so I can answer questions or objections. Oh, hello, Carrie. Welcome. Hello, Shalise. Unfortunately, that's it. I'm at the end of the call, but thank you so much, Shalise and Carrie. I highly recommend go back and watch this on the replay. This is a really good discussion we had today. Carrie, I know you're in Inner Glow Circle coach training right now, so I'm sure this topic is You know, we all have this as coaches. We're all like, you know, do I have to have my shit together in order to be a good coach? So this was a great discussion today. Thank you all. Keep doing what you do best, which is, you know, powerful questioning and holding that sacred space for your clients, and, you know, fully trusting and believing in yourself as a coach, and believing in your clients that they have the solutions and the answers for all their breakthroughs. All right. Have a great night. Bye.